Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason DeRoss.
Oh my God, Jason, do you know what I did? Hey, everyone that's listening. So I thought I
You
had
did your full name.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Guys,
the Regulars.
I can't even. Sorry, this is a
I'm
wild,
Jason.
crazy situation. It is. So we had so many tech issues from the top, and
The first one was the lipstick brooch, which was just
yeah.
trouble at first.
So I've decided I can't even find it. I've decided to wear a brooch, and the placement was not correct, and so we had to fix it. And then I had major internet issues, and then I started the stream without our little opening cards. It was just us like this. Just waiting for the stream to start. So this is what I like to call
Behind the drapes.
behind the drapes. And let me tell you, it's a classic Monday. Quarantine or not, we're having a bit of a Monday.
It looked like you were reaching for a sound effect button there, and I was like, I can't wait for these new sound effects.
Oh.
I thought you had one for behind the drapes.
I don't have one for behind the drapes quite yet, but I'm awaiting it. I'm looking. I was also, if you can always feel like, you could always send,
Yeah.
Okay. How was your weekend, Jay? And how was everyone's weekend in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah. I mean, mine was all days are blending together, except I don't get to do the podcast with you. It actually felt weird on Saturday not doing the podcast.
I had a few people reach out and tell me that they went on to the YouTube channel to see the stream, and we just weren't there.
Because they didn't realize it's Saturday. We're still doing weekends, guys. We're still trying to live a normal life a little bit.
That's hilarious. As if I have anything normal in my day-to-day that would require me not being on YouTube streaming. I mean, I don't have a family or anything, so. I had a great weekend. I started rewatching a favorite show of mine called Nashville, which is just a really sexy country themed soap opera with really great music, and I was living for it, let me tell you.
So you are a country music fan, which I didn't
love country music. I love country music.
So Tennille Arts is an actual band of yours.
Yeah, so first of all, if you followed us on our Bachelor thing, I feel like also I want to talk about my new desk at some point, because I feel
we'll
like
get into Deskgate.
Okay, we're gonna get into Deskgate, but I got into Nashville, and that's been really great. I love music, country music so much. Tennille Arts was a band I liked before The Bachelor stole her. So take or leave. Take or leave.
Yeah, Madison was not into it, but we're not going to get into the back. We're not going back to The Bachelor because there was so many articles. There's so many articles about Peter and his quarantining and everything that I'm like, can we just let Peter go?
I feel like there's more.
His 15 minutes are up.
I feel like there's more on Hannah Brown and Tyler C's quarantine. They've started a quarantine
maybe I just get different
crew.
feeds because I didn't follow that season. So maybe my feed is Peter Weber.
Right.
Full.
My feed is very much Hannah Brown, very much Tyler C. Very much. So
my feeds are changing. They're always constantly changing.
What do you mean your feeds are changing?
So you know how it's like targeted marketing and everything else, and they kind of like feed you what you want. Like during a writing process, I'll start looking into like what's going on in the world.
Oh, right, because you're currently writing a new show in LA.
Sort of, but that's not happening right now because
Right.
we're not too deep into it because of coronavirus. We've put a bit of a hold on it. But like like a year ago, all of a sudden I was getting like all these different talks from like, a bunch of people that I was like, oh geez, my things filled up with like
Right.
Ben Shapiro and like.
Oh, hold on a
weird stuff
second.
'cause
My feed is
getting, like,
loading, and I can't
all these
turn it
different
off
talks
because
from,
my
like,
internet.
a bunch of people that was like,
Classic.
but then you start looking up for weird stuff for sketches, and then you have to like cross the border, and they have that thing that they scare you with. They're like, they're allowed to check your phone now and look at whatever they want.
They can?
And I'm always worried about like what they're going to find, because I'll look up weird stuff because we get into like sketches and we want to talk about like, in this current show I talk about a guy singing about his 13-year-old girlfriend, and
Okay,
he's 27
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what's going to pop up in my feed? Something that's going to cross the board. They'll be like, excuse me?
Oh, right. Like your
In
comedy.
this current show, I talk about.
Sorry. My internet, like I'm telling you, I'm having a full Monday tech
I
fail.
can hear it. I can hear the playback. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening either. I can't and I shan't. So now you're worried about the border? I was really distracted.
It's just like my research. I'm not worried about finding out about my comedy. I'm worried about the research of it, what stuff starts to pull up because they listen to your phone and everything.
Right, your feed.
Because basically we're satirizing like old songs where guys were way too old singing about young girls like Beach Boys or Jerry Lee Lewis or whatever. And what's going to all of a sudden pop into my feed because they're listening to me and I'm like, oh, this could go.
Right. I love that you had ample choices to choose of the things you've researched, and you've chosen to really keep going back to this one sketch you did. That is questionable. Okay, well, Jason's feed aside, I would like to switch gears a little bit, and I would like to first off say happy Monday. I made this graphic and it covers up Jason's face, but I made it and I wanted to feature Emily Richardson, who did the graphics for this. Happy Monday, everyone. I wanted to say something happened this weekend that I've been waiting for, dreaming for, and it all came together, and that is I got a new desk. Deskgate has come to a conclusion. And let me tell you, there's a story behind it. And of course there would be with anything related to Miss McGonagall over here.
I saw your stories. I know where this is going. We haven't talked about this, but
we haven't talked about this. So I got a new desk and I just bit the bullet. It happened when I was working at my old desk and my chair became wobbly again. Because the first time I stood up and the chair disintegrated off my ass. It fell apart. I have no idea where all the screws went. Like, I don't know. So I was like, that's it. I'm just buying a new desk.
This is the Burger and Vic trap. Every time you go out, they loosen a screw just a little bit.
Honestly, it feels that way. No joke. Like, it truly does feel that way. So
dog pranks.
Yeah, that's what they say after they do it. They go, dog pranks.
And they high five.
The high paw. They high paw for sure. So I bit the bullet and Ikea was like, oh, we'll deliver this in a day. Like, it was actually so fast. Okay.
Which is crazy at these times right now to get that.
Well, it feels crazy in these times for me to be going, well, let's update the home. Although I feel like I'm not the only one thinking that. You're home.
No, because you're home.
Yeah, you're just looking around.
We're thinking about it, but I'm like, do we order something right now? Is some guy in a warehouse going to like cough and puke all over the thing he's bringing over?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So I ordered a new desk and a new chair. Okay, so hello bank account. And it came. So I decided to get I love that this is now content. I decided to get a Carlby countertop, and it's like 6 feet long. It's a long ass desk.
I've seen the desk. I've seen the finished product. It's nice.
What do you think about it?
It's great. It's funny because you have the before and after picture, and it's all the exact same stuff on your desk. It's just spread out more. And your passion planner is placed on the new one.
Well, I've reopened it. I have the time. We should talk about the passion planner because we've made new friends on the internet here, and we should tell them what it is. Anyways, but when IKEA came, not IKEA, it was like a delivery company. They first of all told me I would be getting my stuff at 5 p.m. Okay, no. 20 to 9 in the morning. Ring a ding. We're gonna be there in a minute. Usually they say we're
exceeding expectations. IKEA is what I'm
hearing. Exactly. So I pop out of bed. I go, oh, here's the desk, right?
Like Mary Poppins, pop out of bed, like Sound of Music, singing. Birds are dressing you as you run to the door.
It's Sunday. I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm up early. The productivity.
I'm only seeing positives.
And me too. I'm only seeing positives. Right? Wow, it's supreme service. This is incredible. I open the door. There comes the movers, and they proceed to crack and dent and break almost every single box as they throw it onto my floor. And they put the countertop, they hang it up on one of my walls or lean it up against. And I realize the box is destroyed, that the countertop is scratched. I was like, you've scratched the countertop. And they said, no apology. They didn't apologize. They just went, call IKEA. And then they closed the door on me.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And again, a couple episodes ago, I said, hey, I'm not an angry person. I'm working on it. So I was very calm. I said, hey, I noticed. I even did that. You know, when you're like mad and you're like, okay, I can't yell at this person. I was
I
like,
don't know how to bring this up.
hey, friends.
This is my life, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I turned into you a little bit. And I was like, I can't help but notice this is broken. This is ripped. And there's a big gouge out at my countertop. Anyways, they didn't care, and I had to call Ikea as per usual whenever. This is why I don't online shop. This is why I don't have things delivered.
But again, this is a Disney story, happily ever after.
Happily ever after. IKEA, after some prodding, I certainly had to turn into, may I speak to the manager? Okay. Never, my tip is never accept the first offer.
I feel like this is a Stacey vibe. Your vibe in life is, may I talk to the manager?
I don't want it to be. I don't want to be blessed with this skill. Like,
Conversations with your boyfriends must be nice. May I talk to your manager?
can I talk to your, excuse
I
me?
don't think that's the way it works today.
I'm not happy here.
I'm gonna...
Can I talk to the manager, please? Oh, you're the manager? You're the manager? No. I'd like to speak to the general manager, please.
There's no way that you would care less about your life. There's a manager, for sure.
I love that. Approaching every relationship with a, can I speak to the manager? Excuse me, hi. We've been together 8 years. I'd like to speak to the manager.
No. I need someone mature and in charge and authoritative, please.
I'm sorry. No. That's not a good enough. No, I would like store credit, please. Store credit, please. If I even decide to ever come back. Anyways, IKEA gave me a discount and it's fine. But it took me all day to set up this. Literally, when you look at it, it's a slab of wood on a shelving unit. And let me tell you, it involved
It looks great.
pilot holes, lifting this it's so crazy when you live by yourself, the strength that you find.
Did you have to put that together by yourself?
Who was going to help me? The delivery guys?
The little mice and the birds that helped you get dressed on the way to the door. No.
Get out of here, mice. Birds, please. Oh my God. I like that you think I'm dressed like Cinderella today. Do you notice the puffy sleeves? Like, I really came correct for this Monday.
Yeah, I did not.
I know.
I wore like dad tee. It's got like the long sleeves, but half long, so 3/4 inch
Right.
sleeves.
I think
3/4 length.
I think that's just called a t-shirt, but you've decided to call it a dad tee.
No, it's 3/4. But look at the sleeves that go down to like.
No,
almost
I'm
your
seeing
wrist.
it. I'm seeing it for sure. Well, anyways, the desk is set up, and then that meant that I had to take my old desk. Okay, and I should tell you, no one cares about this anymore. We're 12 minutes in. Everyone's like, I don't care about your desk. I tried to perform an IKEA hack as seen on Pinterest. Okay.
Okay.
It involved me taking apart my old desk, realized wasn't going to happen, had to re-put together the old desk. But it's okay. I put it outside along with my office chair. It's already gone. So it's in a new home.
Oh, I would take it in a heartbeat. I'm dying for a desk.
Well, listen, I highly recommend the first desk I had. It was $90. Treat yourself. Yeah.
Better than IKEA.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys.
But anyways, I got a new little chair. Ooh, who is she though? And here we are.
Beautiful.
But I did pull my back out. So I felt like I had a Jason Deruss weekend. I pulled my back, lifting.
Well, yeah, you passively yelled at people. I mean, that's my thing is like.
I passively yelled. I lifted things.
I think you left the tip of your knife in my stomach here. I think you left the tip of your knife in my stomach. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call it out. You can put your knife wherever you want.
Hey, I don't want to like be rude about like this because like you're murdering me, right? So I don't want to judge or anything. I just feel like you're not being efficient enough. Like it's hurting. All the stamps, it's like you were mad at me or something. I can't help but take it personally, but I don't want to make this weird.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
Jason, you have the best vibe board. Like Jason has, since I've known him, gone to the worst barbers and hairstylists, and he just can't break up with them.
I will say I found a new guy, and I'm in love. And
Can't,
I've only went
I don't
once,
believe it.
and I'm in love. I'm in love with Danny.
Okay.
Danny at the proper barber. Hey man, high fives. But now that this Corona thing is going on, when am I going to see Danny again?
Yeah, when are you going to see Danny again?
I don't know, and I really need him.
Oh, you feel like
As
your
you
hair's
can
getting
tell.
crazy?
Oh yeah.
I
And
think
look at this playoff beard that doesn't come in.
I don't want to talk about it, and I don't really want to acknowledge it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go to youtube.com/Stacey McGonigal, and we go live Monday through Friday now, 12:30, and you will see whatever Jason is calling whatever that is on his face.
Jan Caruana called it a playoff beard, and she wants to see it happen. And it's, trust me, this is like the longest it's going to look for the next month, but I'm not going to shave it.
Oh, gosh.
For Jan Caruana.
I wonder if she's in the feed. Usually she says hello. We'll see if she is. I'd also like to talk about something that happened this weekend that I did, which was shocking.
Nigel's here.
Oh, see, Nigel. Okay, so Nigel reached out last week.
When am I going to see Danny again, though?
So Nigel Downer, who is an incredible comedian currently at the Second City and has an amazing series on CBC Gem called Bit Players, which everyone should watch because it's very, very good. We're gonna have him. We're gonna have him on the show this week, and I am calling it a show now. I have to manifest what this is.
Also, like the reason why he's asking me more than likely is because Nigel is the most fashionable person
hands
in
down
our circle of friends.
Oh, I would say
that was your writing process beard too. That's fair.
Nigel is truly okay. So Nigel Downer is truly one of the most stylish people you'll ever meet in your life, if you even have the honor of meeting him. And I have been pushing him to start a style Instagram, which I think he should. I mean, we have the time.
You call him from fitting rooms in
yes,
in
I
malls.
do. If I'm in, thank you for clarifying that I'm in a mall. Just never a solo store. I'm perusing.
For sure. Claire's, is that a thing?
I'm not going to Claire's. Okay. Or Dean's, which is, I think, out of business. But I will text Nigel photos of my outfit and be like, yay or nay. And he's honest. He's good with fit. He knows everything. That's the type of friend you need.
I will say this in my defense.
No, there's none.
There is.
No.
Because Nigel, during the process, they always put me in a vest because they're like, how do we hide that little pudge? They're like, put him in a vest. And they did.
No.
They did. Watch any of the shows? I'm in
Jason,
a vest.
it's because you asked for a vest. Okay. Let me clarify for people who have no idea what's going on. When you work at Second City, you get a stylist, right? And then you get put in clothes. But Jason would always ask for a vest. You always ask for a vest. He always wanted to wear a vest.
My first 3 shows, I'm telling you, by the end, I probably was.
I was in your last 2 shows.
Last 2 shows. There you go. The first 2 though, they put me in a vest. The first, anyways. What I was getting at is Nigel always got these like awesome like dress shirts and stuff. Yeah, they're very colorful. They're very awesome.
He advocated for himself,
stylish, and he looked great
because he asked. He asked for them. We all asked for our outfits except for Jason, who would just go, "This is fine.
This is fine," except for I cried once. But here's the one.
It was at the race car shirt.
Is if you put those shirts that Nigel got on me, it instantly turns into a bit because
no, it doesn't.
I can't pull that off.
No, yes, you can.
I can't pull off the clothes that he pulls off. He can pull off any. You can put him in a garbage bag, and I'd be like, "Oh, so that's the style now? Cool. Okay, I guess I have to get in a garbage bag."
I disagree. I think everyone can wear anything. It's all about confidence. The fact is, Nigel just like has confidence that he looks good.
Guys, go check out Bit Players. Nigel Downer and Chris Siddiqui, like one of the funniest men on the planet.
Too. It's such a great show. We'll have him on this week. Nigel, I'm sorry I didn't plan it for today, but we can call him too, unless he wants to webcam in. Ooh. Okay, so I did want to talk about what happened to me yesterday. That was I didn't see coming. I'm happy it did, and I'm shocked at the result. Last night, I played D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
But okay, I assume over like a Zoom or what did you guys use?
It was just a bunch of people. We just all got together. We just were hanging out. Over Zoom.
I think this is a talk that most people are having right now. Is like, how are you hanging out digitally? No, why am I getting laughed?
You just sound like such a dad going, hey kiddo, how you hanging out digitally? How you doing it? You getting on the one too?
Kids using nowadays?
You guys getting on the Googie? You getting on the Googie and find a little thing?
I just talked to my grandma. She's like, "Are you Skyping people?" And I'm like, She doesn't have the internet. She's not watching this.
Oh no.
I love her, but she's not watching this.
Well, I went on Zoom and I played Dungeons and Dragons, with a bunch of pals. And let me tell you, McGonagall got into the sauce. She got into some Pinot Grigio, and the white wine. The white wine is an instant hangover, and I certainly have one. I'm feeling delayed in my brain.
Yeah, because we're not drinking as much anymore because we're at home.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I had some bevs and played some Dungeons and Dragons. I thought you'd be more shocked that I was playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I am and I'm not.
Okay.
Because it seems like I mean, like the revival of Dungeons and Dragons has been happening for a while now. And like it only was a matter of time before you've got friends that play it for sure. So like now you're at home.
Right.
If they're all playing it, it's still a very social thing to do.
I know, but
when you're trapped inside.
It's actually quite fun. And you get to just like create a character and then you get to like do whatever you want with the character.
Now who's explaining things?
What do you mean?
Explaining Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone knows you get to pick a character and you create a character.
We should actually probably just call Nigel because he is a classic nerd, and I say that with love, and he knows all this stuff.
Maybe we should pick a subject. We'll talk to him this week, and we'll pick a subject that he can like explore that he'll love to like some sort of. We'll call it a nerd subject, but he loves comic books and he loves
comic
all
books,
these other things.
Dungeons and Dragons. I will tell you that I played a woman named Sharon.
Okay, great. I only played this when I was a child, and like we were creating like characters with like I've got 2 samurai swords in the back, and I'm like I look like, and then to have Stacey McGunnival walk in and be like, my power is I have the wit. Like, I had find sales, no problem.
I was given my like strengths and weaknesses, and I'll tell you, I didn't have many, and I just had brute strength. No skill, just strength, which I thought was, yeah. Oh, Chris is the D&D guy. Sorry. Thanks, Nige. So we'll talk to Chris Siddiqui too, because Chris Siddiqui has a podcast with the lovely Jay McCarroll, who's an incredible musician as well. And they have a podcast for D&D, and Jay is an incredible musician and has scored the whole thing. Anyways, my name was...
I love this new thing. Sharon, was she an admin assistant for a small accounting office? That is your character. And it likes pencils, one of those pencil skirt dresses and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, so Sharon has brute strength, not a lot of charisma. She's not very smart. This is what was given to me. Well, she has high points in wisdom. So basically, she's just a woman who goes, been there, but doesn't offer solutions.
This is a woman during any point of the game. She can be like, can I see you in my office, please?
Yeah. And then I go, you know why you're here, right? And then everyone else has to explain why they're in trouble. And I go, so we won't be doing that again. Because the consequences will be, well, I'm glad we're on the same page. Yeah, my D&D character didn't have like a huge skill set in any capacity. So...
You know what I did? I had a similar weekend because we did the same thing. We had like
you played D&D?
D&D. No,
right.
But we did like we had a pub trivia night, but we all sat in our houses in our own little pubs, and we had like rounds where we would be the quiz master, and then another household would be.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realize that because I'm dumb as poo. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. So I came up with questions that were even if you didn't know, you'd be able to guess maybe. Like I was trying to find questions that are like. Well, if you don't know because it's a niche question or whatever, you could still make a guess and possibly get it right.
Right.
I put a lot of thought into it, and then when I went in there, everyone was like had the funnest dumb questions. They're like what line of dialogue is this movie from? And then they just be quoting like Dumb and Dumber. I'm like, this is way more fun than me being like, in 1993.
Well, that's classic you. You just go above and beyond, and no one has asked for it and no one needs it. Like we're all going, hey, let's just have a good time. And you're like, no, you said the party was themed. The party was themed. And we're like, listen, it was just fun. We just needed a reason to get together. No. I'm in full costume.
Guys, I know that we're all chatting about stuff here on Good Time. Can we get back to the game?
Can we
focus?
And can we get back to the game? Can we get back to the game?
Word for yeah. It was a fun time, though. We had a great time.
Well, it's kind of cool that, like, you know, how we're all adapting, and we all still need a bit, and we all still need a theme, and I don't know. I think it's nice to connect with people that way.
How many like executives programming directors are going to be hearing pitches about like?
Oh yeah.
So you're on the screen, and everybody's like in different locations.
Yeah.
We all got the corona. It's during Corona time. Like it's going to go crazy now.
There's going to be so many shows like that, formatted like that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any dumb stories for today?
It's funny because I was just going to say that. Yeah, we got some dumb stories. And one of them's actually, so since the coronavirus, all of my sources where I grab these things from all
Yeah.
seem to be like, here's news about the coronavirus. They're odd, weird,
Right.
strange stories that have kind of fallen to the
I
wayside.
would like to.
Today, there was actually a new one.
Oh, really?
There was a new one today.
That's
For
amazing.
once.
I love how you have sources now.
Sources.
Well,
What else do I say? Where I get my stories from? I'm not just making these up. I'm getting them from places, but the places I'm getting from are all drying up because nobody's like being like, well, here's a funny thing that happened with an alligator in a Florida man. They're like, well, the
Right.
coronavirus is still out there.
Okay, so what do you got?
I'll give you the one that's from today.
Okay. Ooh.
Because I still have some. I've still dug for some old ones too that maybe we just didn't do during the time when everything was plentiful.
Well, let's get into it.
Here's the new one. In Missouri, a woman just gave birth in the Walmart toilet paper aisle. So this just happened. I know this isn't but I'm more stoked because this is a new story and it was under my weird odd news.
Flying dirty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a woman gave birth in the toilet paper aisle at a Walmart.
Yeah, and I mean, I just thought it was kind of interesting because it's like everybody's fighting for these paper products now.
Yeah.
Toilet paper and paper towels and everything else is going nuts. That this lady was probably there just like, I need this to come back, and like literally to the point of,
I need this to come out and this to come back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. First of all, this woman 9 months pregnant in the toilet paper aisle. No, thanks.
Hey, guess what? It took 45 minutes, so that ain't bad. 45 minutes for a birth? Pretty good.
Oh, wow. That's actually really impressive.
And customers, meanwhile, could be heard cheering as the woman and her new baby were taken away in an ambulance.
This is my nightmare, first of all. So this poor woman is giving birth publicly, and everyone's going, let's cheer her on.
They're holding sheets up. They were like, they ran to the bedding aisle, they grabbed sheets, and all of them are holding sheets up around her.
Oh my God,
But when I
hate
say
this.
that, it's like the high school students that are working at a Walmart that are just like, we'll hold these up for you. Like,
I hate this.
yeah.
This is fully a nightmare to me. This is fully a nightmare.
One guy, Hinkle, who
his name's Hinkle. Okay.
Jessica Hinkle.
Oh, Jessica
She's the store manager.
Okay.
She said, a feel-good moment. Everybody's going through so much, and with a baby, it's like everything comes full circle. I don't think she knows what full circle means.
Okay. I think Jessica just watched Eat, Pray, Love, and she's reaching a little bit.
Or something that happened in this store that they don't mention is someone died as well, because like
someone
that's
died.
Full circle. No, they didn't.
Oh,
but like what's full circle?
Totally. Wow. You know what's I've been on TikTok. I don't want to brag, but my last TikTok has over 1,000 views. So, anyways, I'm just doing content on there. If you want to, I don't know, get your fill. But I was on TikTok, and there's this one TikToker whose mom is like, okay, everyone's home. I guess she has a bunch of kids, and she's like, to earn toilet paper, you have to do chores, and each chore is worth a square, like certain squares of toilet paper. And then like,
okay, so me as a 13-year-old boy would go to the washroom, and I'd walk out of there and be like, what do you think happened in there? You didn't give me any toilet paper.
I'm sure it was for a joke, but like the TikTok was so funny where like the kid comes into his mom's like office, and she has the younger kid with a calculator, and he's like, I did all my chores, and she's like, okay, what did you do? And then she was counting it up, and then the little kid had a big calculator and was counting up all the different points.
Also, he had glasses that were just hanging on the end of his nose, this little kid being like,
with a visor, an accountant's visor. Yeah. And the kid earned like, 9 squares of toilet paper, and his mom was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like gave him.
No, that's the single ply. That's the single ply.
He had to do. She's like, well, what chores did you do? And he's like, I fed the cats. I did this. Whatever. I was just like, oh, that's kind of fun.
Take a look.
Oh yeah.
He's got a visor on.
Oh
He's
yeah.
smoking.
Oh yeah. I was loving it. I think that that's so great. Do you have any other dumb stories?
Yeah, but these are ones I had to sort of like dig through.
Uh-huh.
So they're from a bit older news.
Okay.
Like for example, in February, the end of February, so not too long ago. But did you know? Do you know Count Binface?
What?
Because he's Count Binface. He's been around before. He ran
No.
against Boris Johnson in the UK for a bid, and now he's running for the mayor of London. And I'll send you this picture because the guy's hilarious. But it's just a character that literally like he's running for mayor now, and you won't see his face ever. He's got a big garbage can on his head, and it cuts out, and it looks like a monster. And
What?
he says that he's from another planet.
Okay.
So he's been quoted as saying, "London, it's the greatest city on the planet. I call it the Earth capital, and
No.
as such, it needs people from outside the Earth to pay its dues."
No.
Anyways,
I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want it. I'd like to talk to your. Can I talk
this
to your
is me
manager?
digging. I'm digging for gold, and all I'm finding is fool's gold.
I would like
That's
to
what I'm
talk.
saying.
I'd like to talk to your manager, please. I'd like to talk to your manager. Can I talk to your manager, please?
I don't have I think you're my manager. You're my manager.
Oh, I am your manager. Well, that was embarrassing. Oh my God. Okay.
I don't want to see this conversation. Oh, thank God Jen's on the thread now, and she said, "Yes, playoff beard." Somebody noticed.
No, I'm hating everything that's happening. Do you feel like you're trying to get into a routine? Like this morning, I was like, I want to get up. I want to do my hair and makeup. I want to like get ready for the stream.
Yes.
Okay, so
But
when
we also have because we got a young son, we're trying to put a schedule together so he also stays like I don't know, in some sort of routine, because right now he's like learning the foundations of what life is. So yeah.
are you going to start homeschooling? So I saw on Instagram today a lot of people going, okay, homeschooling starts today.
Well, he's not old enough where it's like we're gonna have to run through. Yes, we are gonna. Homeschooling for us is going to be maybe having some times when he's trying to learn how to read and smaller amounts of time like that, but just making sure that he's being active, and then finding times when he can be creative. So it's just putting an hour and be like, go, you can paint or draw or like something. You're not watching TV. This hour we're gonna read a book, and you're gonna try to sound out some words with us.
Cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's weird, but it's fun. It's weird because like you learn going through it again how screwed up English is.
Oh,
And
all
how,
the different
like,
rules
fall all over the place.
where you're like, yeah, but
But it's also like, like why is this word like this? And like the other day he was going, please and peas, like they're the same thing, but why does please have an end on of it, but peas doesn't, when all you're doing is adding an L? And I was like, you're
not
smart,
wrong.
dude. No, he's not wrong. But there's so many things like that. I'm just like, how do you
exactly.
I mean, like if I put the stuff in my brain into his brain,
Oh
we're
no.
in trouble.
Yeah, we don't need. That's the thing. I think I realized my parents or my mom speaks a different language. Like she had Debbieisms that are just words that aren't real.
And it's just at a different volume, by the way.
Oh, completely. I mean, I can't judge her. I think I'm screaming right now and I think I'm whispering and I'm on a microphone. But you know, my mom used to talk about one of her favorite movies, which is Tele-Jamaica Nights, which is Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell.
Tele-Jamaica Nights.
She'd be like, you know that she'd be like, you know
it's
that
all white people. I don't think there's one person of color in the whole movie.
it's
She
a
calls it
what is
Nights.
it? Tele-Jamaica Nights with Will what is it? Will Myrtle or whatever. Like we'd be like, no, that's not even close to a real word. But now I'm realizing, well, not now, but it's been years, but I'm like, oh yeah, my parent, like I say words that I think are real words and they're not at all. And that was taught to me by my mother.
Also I'm finding things out now. Like I told you, I used to think socks, the plural of socks was SOX.
Oh God, you never told me that.
You're gonna love this even more. Do you know when I found out that socks was not spelled SOX?
Oh, it was recently.
Pretty recently. I was in one of my first Sketchersons things, and Craig Brown was like, "Why did you spell it like this?" And I was like, "Because that's how it's spelled." And he was like, "Are you?" Out of anybody, Craig Brown had to point it out, and I was like, "Oh well." And you know, Craig was not. He did not hold back.
No, he doesn't suffer duds. Just never has, never will. There's nothing scarier to me than having to spell in front of people or submit something that I have written with confidence. Ask me to spell, like, the scariest word for me is inconvenience. I've never spelt it right.
Yeah.
The first time.
Yeah, I just rely on spell check for everything now.
Grammarly. I wish they were sponsoring because, wow, they're quite the treat. But no, spelling, absolutely not. I can't and I shan't. And I went on that
Nigel
whole
loves
vibe.
your mom.
Well, I mean, listen, I'll tell her. You know what's so funny is my dad, I was talking to my dad and he goes, "Guess what I've been watching?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "A little bit of..."
Can I guess?
Sure.
King Tiger.
Jason, I can't.
That's what you... Trust me. Tell your dad about King Tiger. He'll be into it.
Okay, to explain to my dad King Tiger, I would need to explain to him the internet, Netflix, login, scrolling, searching, and finding.
So he's still watching Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place.
First of all, I love that show. We're not talking about it enough. Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place. Ryan Reynolds before he got all beefed up. I can't. Yeah. But no, my dad goes, "Guess what I've been watching?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "The Regulars." Okay. My dad's a big fan of The Regulars now. He says, either I'm laughing.
That's great.
Either I'm laughing and you're taking a break, and then you start laughing, and then I take a little break. He's like, "You're always laughing."
So he thinks opposite things are funny.
No, he says you're either laughing or I'm laughing.
Oh, me or you? I thought you meant him listening. He's like, "I'm laughing," and you guys aren't laughing. But then when you guys start laughing, I don't get it.
When you guys are having a good time, I'm like, "What the hell is this?" No. But have you watched?
I love your dad. Your dad's great.
Oh, he's great. Well, hi, Dad. Now I know that you're watching, and I hope that you're having a nice time. Cheers. So, are you watching? What is this? Tiger King?
I just started last night. I'm only an episode in.
Okay, so it's about a man who owns tigers, and then murdered.
As far as I can tell so far, yeah, it's about the exotic sort of world, the world of owning exotic animals. As far as I can tell, again, I'm only one episode in.
Is it going to make me sad?
It sounds like it's getting to a murder. Like, not that it sounds like, it definitely shows you it's going to get to this murder.
I'm going to watch it because I have the time. But I mean, does he take care of the animals?
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to watch it, and if you're already like sensitive about zoos and stuff like that, this might be difficult. But like, it seems like they're treated well. It's just if you don't like them, like animals in captivity, then you already don't like the fact that there are zoos, so you're in trouble already. But
I just have a problem with zoos and like SeaWorld and Marineland, and I can't with it. It's really hard. You know? I remember it
starts off because he starts. This is as far as I know so far, it's a documentary that took 5 years. It was 5 years in the making, and the guy started. He was going to look at snakes.
I'm sorry. I just need to point out that my old neighbor is. It's raining outside, and he's holding an umbrella and staring at me, talking to you right
now. Is it full eye contact? I love
it. No, because he's kind of standing where like we're a tree, like where leaves are kind of covering his face. Okay.
He's peeking through the leaves.
She can't. What is
it's like my son playing hide and go seek. He covers his eyes. He thinks he's hidden. He's like, camouflage.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, buddy, I can't with this.
No. I'm totally into it. I'm like, where is he? Oh my God, I cannot see him.
I want to thank Audrey for getting in the chat. This old man neighbor is too much. He's too much, and Audrey knows. But it must be weird for him looking in this window, and I have like a camera on me and like a mic. That's got to be weird.
And lipstick brooch.
Hello. Yeah.
And he's going to be like, that lipstick doesn't even match her lips. What's happening?
Am I frozen to you?
Not at all.
Oh, it's frozen to me.
Oh, on the feed you're frozen. Yes.
Oh my God, what a cool face to be frozen as. Oh my God, I'm dying. This is hilarious. Okay, well, this is...
I guess I should move more. I don't know.
I love that everyone's like, yes, you're frozen. I don't know. I can't fix it. I mean, we're here. What am I going to do?
But you can all still hear Stacy, correct?
This is actually like
Yes.
a very flattering way to be frozen. Like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. No, I can't with this. But it must be such a weird image with me with this like mic and talking and, you know.
Maybe if I just put a picture of myself up and like it's frozen as well, then we're fine.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll be fine. Here, let me try and figure this out.
I don't have any pictures of myself.
Oh, you don't?
I guess I'm always the one taking them if it's on my phone.
Oh, I'm still frozen. Okay. Will this work? I'm disappearing. I'm disappearing.
Oh no. This is like when Garth's sitting there all alone in Wayne and Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm okay. Everything's okay.
Help.
I'm dying. I have no idea what is happening.
I think you're still coming back frozen, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh, who knows? I can't overthink it. It's we are having a classic goddamn Monday. I can't with it.
Let's get back to it then.
Okay,
I
another
have
story.
one more story.
Yeah.
It's a dumb story. And it's actually from California where I don't know if you know this, but in LA, like it is a problem. Like there's like homeowners are always, I'm on this neighborhood thing and there's always homeowners being like, this guy came to my garage or this guy came up to my door at like 7 a.m. in the morning there because there's
Right.
just so many people here. So this guy had to deter them because they had floodlights that were motion censored. And they're like, it's still not keeping people away from my house. Like they're just being like, cool, the light's on, I'm here. So he set it up that he has, let me just read it. So it doesn't come in contact. A California homeowner uses motion-activated sprinkler with impressive amount of pressure to thwart thieves. So basically, he's got a thing when you walk by, it turns a fire hose on you and shoots you off the lawn, essentially.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny. People
Yeah.
are really over me being frozen, and I can't help it.
I know. And now you're moving me all over the place. What's happening?
Oh, what a fail. Just what an absolute full fail.
I can see you just fine.
I know. I'm trying to figure it out, everyone. I'm really sorry.
Don't make me this big. My rosacea is gonna pop. I gotta start wearing makeup in the morning now.
Oh my God. I can't with it. I don't know. I'm still frozen. Should we just end the stream at this point?
Apparently your keyboard clicking is going nuts as well, which I can't hear, but somebody has wrote keyboard clicking. So
okay. Thanks for supporting us through. We might just want what?
Oh no, you're back in a weird way.
What do you mean?
You're moving your frozen. I mean, you've seen this already. I'm just seeing it. I'm a bit delayed when I watch the feed.
No, I know. Well, listen, this has just been a full mess today. So maybe we should just like end this scenario.
Oh no.
What?
Let's bring this one back tomorrow. But what I want you to do for homework is think about what your creative security home system would be. Because this guy's got the water and they have video of it. There's like guys right up on like bikes and then it sprays them and they just like go, and they jet really quickly and they leave.
You like it because you are obsessed with pranks.
Yeah.
Caught me. Okay, this is a full mess. I can't with it. Okay,
But
everyone.
I also like it because I'm like, people could be like, well, no, that's, and especially in the States, like, no, that's why I got a gun. And I'm like, no, just like have a fun way to get rid of people away from your house. If you're worried about people coming to your house, that's fun.
Right.
I appreciate this guy. That's all.
I know you do.
It's probably Brad Pitt's house. Or no, George Clooney. Who's the one?
George Clooney's full pranks.
George Clooney.
Pranks. I've pranked you. I'm George Clooney. Okay.
Guys, Mondays.
We did it. Thank you to everyone who who was listening, and sorry about the technical snafus. We will fix that so it doesn't happen again. Again, if you're listening to this and haven't watched yet, you can watch 12:30. We go live at youtube.com/Stacey McGonigal, so you can watch this whole stream. And if you're listening to this and want to see the full fuckery that is this episode, you can watch it back. We make it available right after. And if you're watching this, we also make it as a podcast, so you can listen back too. Is there anything, Jason, you'd like to say?
That we'll be back tomorrow in a big way.
We'll be back tomorrow in a big way. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Nigel, we will be talking with you.
Yeah,
What?
I'll say this too, because we normally do a weekly or twice a week. Now we're doing 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something, no one has got back to us yet. If there's a question you have or something you want us to chat about, let us know, because we'll definitely jump on board with that and have a day exploring something.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait. Well, thank you everyone who was watching and being in the chat. And sorry about the clicking.